Hey everybody, it's Tisha, and with me today I have got Brian, the Mac Man. You see him in his blue suit if you are following along with him on social media. Brian, are you good? You can hear me okay?
No audio.
You can't? Oh no. Okay. Well, Brian, we'll keep trying to figure that out. I can hear you just fine on my end. But if you are tuning in today, make sure that you are using the comment chat box so that we can reply to you. It's a little hard to comment and do a live stream at the same time when we're having this interview. So Brian, you let me know when you're ready to go. I'm just going to keep talking until you're ready. But Brian and I met through a mutual friend, Gary Rogers. He's also one of my grant sponsors. Oh no. Okay. Do you want to like go through the the mic, those tests over there and see if you can get back on? Technical difficulties. Go to your setting. Yes, go to your settings. Okay, people that are listening, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up or say, yes, Tisha, I can hear you. I can hear Brian just fine. But Brian, you can't hear me? All right, I'm going to keep this going since we are live and Brian is getting this going with his settings. So as I mentioned, Brian is one of my sponsors for the Startup Business Grant, which is deadlining today. This is the last day that you can apply for that before I close that down and start reviewing the applications and deciding who that winner is. And the winner is going to be announced. Okay, so hey, Brian, someone says I can hear both of you. Okay, so you can't hear.
Fine before.
I love live streams. They're just awesome. When you have some technical difficulties, it's a good time. All right, so I'm going to keep letting Brian work on that. But as I was mentioning, Brian is giving away a MacBook, an iPhone, or a tablet to the recipient. So I'm super thankful that he stepped on board, that Gary was able to introduce us, and he was able to join me in this first startup business grant that I'm giving on September 15th. So if you have not yet applied, today is the last day. Make sure you go to my website, tishamarieenterprises.com/startups to be able to do that. All right, Brian, I'm so sorry you can't hear this. Maybe exit and then come back in and I'll put you back into the stream. All right, I've got to chat with Brian real quick since he can't hear me. Okay. Exit and then come back in and I'll push you back into the stream. So Gary Rogers, the gentleman that just introduced us, thank you, Gary, for being on. What's most important is that we can see Brian. Yes, we can see Brian. So hopefully we'll get Brian back on because we're going to be talking about Mac and all the good stuff that he's doing. He's doing quite a bit to give back to the community as well. Being a guy who loves Apple products, Apple about everything. Gary's saying, ask him about tennis. They're actually good friends. All right, Brian is back. I'm going to see if we can bring him back. Woo! It works. Woo! You can hear me?
Easy. I can hear you.
Oh man, this week, I'm telling you, Brian, I don't know if you saw my live stream on Tuesday with Nico. I had hailstorm going on outside my window.
Hailstorm. I wouldn't have been able to hear it, so.
In Arizona, like if you actually listen to the replay, it's like boom, boom, like right against my window. And I'm like trying to speak even louder because I can't even hear it. Yes. So
you can't shout over the weather. It doesn't work.
I know. I have experienced everything under the sun with technical difficulties. So this is piece of cake. Piece of cake. We can always bring you back.
Tish and I were on the phone before this. It was working great. So no idea.
Yes, we were just in the green screen room and yeah, we were fine. And then I go live and Brian's like, I I can't hear you at all. And I'm trying to talk louder because I think you can hear me. And I'm like, dang it, I'm just going to need to put it in the comments.
I was probably just getting bluer in the face. I didn't know what to do.
I know. And we both dressed in blue for the occasion here. All right. Brian
Looks
in
like
his blue
Gary
suit.
Rogers gave us a shout out for the blue suit, and Tisha's got
Yes.
some nice blue on as well.
Hopefully Bruce is joining us. Bruce, guy in the blue shirt. So all you
Oh,
blue
yes.
fans out there. All
I
right.
like the
Hey,
blue
Brian,
fans.
are you ready to kick this off again since we had a little bit of
Let's kick
technical
it. Let's
difficulties?
do it
Okay.
again. Love it.
This is the fun thing about live. You never know what the hell is going to happen. This is if you guys, this is this whole thing of roll with the punches, because if you think that it's going to be perfect, you are sadly mistaken, my friends. All right.
True.
Okay, so as Brian and I were dealing with some technical difficulties, I'm going to kick this off again. My name is Tisha. I'm out of Gilbert, Arizona. Brian, the Mac Man, is out of Ohio.
Woo!
We met through Gary Rogers, who's tuning in live with us on LinkedIn, great friends. And both of these gentlemen stepped up to help me with my startup business grant, which I am giving September 15th on Tuesday, on my birthday. I'm awarding it. And these gentlemen, along with 4 other individuals, stepped up to say, Tisha, I want to help you. I want to help impact that person's life. And so Brian,
help support these entrepreneurs.
Yes, Brian, the Mac Man, he has his company Sell Your Mac, and I'll let him get into that in just a second. But he is giving the recipient an iPad, an iPhone, or a Mac, MacBook, Mac something, Mac Air, something.
You take your pick. We're going to make it happen.
You take your pick, and you get to choose if you are the recipient. So that's a pretty sweet deal. So what happened is me coming in and saying I wanted to give this startup business grant that's $500 in cash, along with the seat to my academy, plus 5 seats to the academy for the runner-ups. Brian's like, I want to help that. Gary's like, I want to help that. The Y Institute, Hexalinks, Boundless Media, all of these companies stepping up to say, I want to help. That our total value of this grant is over $6,000. $6,000 now. It is huge. And this
how many years have you done this, Tisha?
So, I've done it in the past, but nothing that is so personal to me. So September 15th, you guys know this, being entrepreneurs, if you're tuning in, it's tax day. It's estimated tax day, and it sucks that my birthday falls on that day. So for 16 years,
you got to make it happier. Brian, you figured it out, finally.
Yes. Okay, so Brian, one thing that I just realized today is September 10th, is the actual day that I launched my very first business 16 years ago. So
wow,
September is a really busy month for me.
How
it's
old
my anniversary.
Were you when you started your business? Were you 12?
24. I took the leap of faith and I was like, I can't work with crazies anymore.
Do it yourself. Yes. I like it.
I just went for it. And now, not to say that I haven't failed and struggled and gotten back up, but now I get to do amazing things like this that mean a lot to me, that go with my why and my purpose. And then I get to meet cool people like you. So
I love it.
Kudos. All right. So Brian, okay. So how did you get into this whole Apple guy in the blue? What is that about? Like you are so unique in what you do. And I love it. I love that you're like Apple everything. Like, tell me a little bit about how you got your start and why this mission of helping someone with Apple products is like, this is your purpose. Like, how do you get into that being your purpose?
I mean, I started in the Apple game a long time ago. I've been an Apple fanboy for, a few decades now. And when I graduated college, I didn't have a job right out of school. And I started an eBay company. It was mainly buying and selling cell phones, really quickly transitioned to Apple products. That's where my passion lies. And, I've been very fortunate all my life. And I really wanted to give back to all the people that couldn't afford these products. So my business was selling them at, huge discounts compared to new. So I think I'm making it more affordable for more people, but also people that can't afford to buy anything. I want to make sure I can have an offering to give back. And that's where, I've been gifting Macs now for years, ever since, 2010, basically. And just yesterday, we updated our website with a new mission called Trade In for a Purpose.
Woo!
So now people can trade in, and and we'll put $20 into a pool to gift max to underserved students.
Oh, I love that. This is what
So
it's
yeah,
about.
very passionate about helping these students. And, a Mac is a tool that can help you, work, get your schoolwork done, start a job at home. I mean, you've no idea the potential it has, and that can help someone, not only at school, but then, have a family and affect many, many more people from there. So I think it's just a chance to really help the world.
I love that. And that's what we should be doing is, okay, we've been given all of these gifts. Now, how do we go out into the world, make the impact and help people with the gifts that we've got? And Brian,
Yes.
that's awesome. I love that you've really cornered the market and this is what I do and this is how I help people. And now I'm bringing it back. Bringing it back.
I am. 100%.
Bringing it back in the blue suit. Yeah, so I'm going to just give some shout outs to some people joining us. We have some people joining us on Facebook and on YouTube as well as on LinkedIn. So, of course, Gary Rogers. And yes, Gary, you're right. Iron Road and Impact Leadership, those are two more sponsors that have just joined in. They're giving masterminds and help with setting up financials and budgets, which you guys know when you're a startup, you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to budget for. Hey, you can budget for a Mac.
What budget?
I know.
Who has a budget when you're starting out? Like, what are you talking about?
I know. Exactly. But this is good. This is good for someone to, to have all of these resources. So Sarah Post. Okay, love Sarah. She actually just applied for the grant too. I've never owned or used an Apple, but before I know everyone who has one loves it. So yes, Sarah. I have an iPod that I brought out the other day.
Apple users are very happy, and that's why we have a smile on our face on our logo.
Yes. All right. So Sarah Post, let's see, Barb Tucker, she says, I have Apple everything. Barb runs a nonprofit out here called Red Means Stop out in the Phoenix, Arizona area. You should connect since she's definitely an Apple lover, just like you. And then, yes.
I'm a big Apple lover.
Barb's so sweet. She was going to ask if I was 12 too.
That's what I was thinking.
Good genes. All right. So, Brian, have you always wanted to be an entrepreneur? Or did you have other plans?
I was buying and selling things. I was kind of always into arbitrage sales. What can I buy for $10 that I can sell for 20? That's kind of the mentality I had growing up, and it was kind of a game to me. I really enjoyed it. I would find things on the internet and buy them and sell them for more somewhere else.
That's big. A lot of people doing that now. It's like those resources that you have.
Yeah.
So if you
need to
find
your passion though, because you're not going to know where to find things if you're not passionate about it. You're not going to spend the time to do it. Some of the best deals I was finding were 3 and 4 a.m. Like, you have to be committed to go out there and get those deals.
Yes. So I was just taking this course and it said committed or convenience. Which are you?
Ooh.
Committed or convenience?
Convenience is tough to pass up these days. I mean, I love my Amazon one-day delivery.
Yes. Oh, let's see. Kristen Nelson joining us as well. So thanks everybody for tuning in. If you have comments, if you have questions for Brian or myself, please put them in the chat. It's really hard to comment and, type at the same time as we're talking. So by all means, please do that. Gary asked me to ask you about tennis. What's the deal with tennis?
Gary was my tennis coach back in middle school, and he is the most hilarious coach because he had never hit a tennis ball his entire life before he signed up for the job. And Gary is a unbelievable athlete. He had played in the Canadian Football League. So he was just gifted, and he could beat anyone in the team, even these nationally ranked players, because he could jump and just crush it on us. So he was a hilarious, fun coach to have, and it was great in 8th grade to have that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of that. So my son, Caleb, I was sharing this story the other day on the live stream that he is taking online golf. He was taking online golf until they got back to school. Yeah. So here's the funny thing. He goes to meet his teacher.
Online golf.
I know it was pretty pathetic, but hey, I think they were trying to make the most of it. So he gets to online, he gets to school, he goes to golf, and he's talking to his teacher, and she's like, "You seem like you'd be a good one to teach this class because I don't really know what I'm doing here."
Wow.
Yes.
I've
So
had teachers with that before. I mean, my computer teacher in 5th grade never taught computers. I figured I might as well start teaching it myself.
yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of us have to be self-starters because sometimes
Yeah.
it's why I'm really big into walk the talk. Like, Brian, can you imagine if you're like, buy Apple, and then you're like back there with like your Nokia phone or on your
That's funny because
BlackBerry?
some celebrities have been caught doing that. They're like supported by Samsung and they're like tweeting from their iPhone. It says it on, Twitter or whatever.
Oh, I know. I know. It's so funny. So, point is, walk the talk. You've got
Got it.
Brian. He goes by the Mac Man. I mean, if you follow
I
him
am
on
I am all
LinkedIn,
Apple. I'm all
he
Apple,
is.
guys. Got the
Yes.
iPad over here. Here we are.
Yes. Check his LinkedIn profile, and it is all Apple, 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 Apple. And he posts Apple all the time. So
But do you
good
guys
stuff.
want to hear about more than just Apple? I mean, I'm trying to be, well-rounded as well. I love cooking. I love food and plating. I love learning and sharing fun stuff like that. I like traveling, although not much right now.
Okay, what's the coolest place you've been to, Brian? Since you love to
Ooh,
travel.
I would say the Philippines. That was part of my
Yes.
honeymoon, and it is a magical place over there. I mean, we went to 5 cities, and one of them was a remote island, and it was only 10 couples on the whole island, and that was an experience.
Oh, wow.
It was
I love
really
that.
cool.
Well, and
And
I
that,
am Filipino, so I have to get there now. I have to go.
I've only been once, so I want to go back. I got to bring my little girls now too.
Yeah, so this was before you had kids. So, Brian, you have two girls. You have two little girls, right?
Two little ladies. Oh yeah,
Oh, very
they're a lot of
sweet.
they're a lot of fun. They keep me busy.
Good. Yes, and they do. They do. Yes, you should. You should go back to them. What is this? So Gary's saying you marry people. Brian better not ever wear green or red.
So I am an efficient. I have a few different random things I've taken on in my life. So far, I have helped one couple get married, and I'm also officiating my brother's wedding next month. So I'm pretty
Oh,
excited for that.
nice. Okay. So you're like man of all trades.
I'm
Do you
willing to do
find
if anyone's watching wants to do a virtual ceremony, I'm all in.
Okay, see, another service offered, virtual ceremony. Very cool. Well, good. Well, Brian, I know we're kind of at the end of our time together of just getting to know you and thanking you so
Yeah, it's a
much
fun
for
chat. I'm looking forward to giving
sponsoring.
away this Mac or iPad or iPhone, whatever your entrepreneur winner out there has. And this is, part of my mission, trade in for a purpose at sellyourmac.com. I'm helping entrepreneurs and students and other people get Apple products that they couldn't afford. So I'm really passionate about that.
Ooh, so I have a question. So we have Barb just said, do you sell rebuilt computers? And my question for you is you have sellyourmac.com. So if someone's like, I have a Mac, I want to upgrade to another Mac. Is that what you do too, Brian, or you don't do
Yes,
that? You
we
do.
certainly do. We don't sell brand new. Everything is lightly used. We call it renewed. So, we've completely checked everything. It's been wiped, reloaded. It's all ready for the next user. If you're on sellyourmac.com, there's a button that says, buy renewed on there, or you can go to renewedmax.com.
Oh, I love this because you get with these computers and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? I've got like the greatest and latest, and what do I do with the one I have? It's still in great condition, but then what?
Yeah. And cash it in now. Don't wait 5 years putting it in the closet. Then it won't be worth anything.
Ah, there
Which is
you
what
have it,
everyone
people.
does.
I know. I think I have like 5 computers sitting in my closet. I'm
All
guilty of
right, you're a
that.
candidate.
I am.
If
I
you
am
if
a
you trade those
candidate.
5 computers in, I mean that's halfway to me gifting another Mac to someone. So that's huge.
Yes. Okay. So what's that purpose for you? You've got trade for a purpose. Is that what it's called, Brian?
Trade in for a purpose.
Trade in for a purpose. And I know that, some people may have just been tuning in. So I want to give that time to you to talk about that a little bit more. What can people do? How can they can help you with that? And what is it
Sure.
going toward? Like let's make this the finale of this is
I
how
love
you
it.
can help Brian and this is how Brian helps more people.
So if you go to sellyourmac.com, there's a top banner right at the top. It says trade in for a purpose. So click on that and it gives you all the details on there. So there's two options. Either you can start to trade in and actually get paid. I'll still put $20 aside for someone to have a gifted computer, or you can choose to donate the computer and I'll put all the funds or that device could be gifted. You know, a lot of times the device might be a little bit older than I want to gift or might not be in the right condition or something like that. In that case, we'll put the funds towards that special gift for someone. And, you know, it's really close to my heart. I've known how much this helps people. And when you gift a product to someone, I mean, it just lights up their life. I mean, the stories of these students that they've been traveling back and forth from the library to type papers or, you know, other scenarios, they don't have the resources to, you know, get any computer. You know, just trying to make a difference in the world. And that's one of the best ways I can do it.
Yes, absolutely. I love your heart, Brian. It's awesome that you're doing that. And
I got a blue heart right here.
A blue heart. Is there, so what is it, are you taking any kind of Mac products? So phones, tablets, computers,
everything
or something
Apple.
specific?
If it's got an Apple and it's less than 10 years old, you know, we're going to buy it.
All right. I'm going to tell my sister. She's like an Apple hoarder. Hopefully she's not watching this. Like, stop buying all these and upgrading and then just putting these and letting your daughter play with it. Like, no. Actually do something with it. Like,
there's over a billion devices in drawers and closets just waiting to be sold.
I know, right? Okay, yeah. So now we have a place to put them thanks to Brian. So if you are not connected with Brian, then I'm going to be one of your ambassadors, Brian. Count me in.
Oh, I love it. You're my Trading for a Purpose ambassador.
Yeah, Trading for a Purpose ambassador. I love this. I love this role that I'm taking on.
You're very mission filled, so it fits perfect
I am.
for you.
So, you know, one of our other sponsors is Dan Dominguez. He's going to be on the show next Wednesday after I've announced the winner, and he is with the Y Institute. And he said, Tisha, you are without a doubt a contributor. So that is my why. So yeah, anything, paying it forward, helping you out, being an ambassador, sharing this message, count me in.
That means a lot. That means a
lot. Barb Tucker has a question for you. Do you ship to AZ? I'm going to say yes. I'm assuming.
Oh, absolutely. 3-day delivery, all free.
The other thing, Brian, do you ship internationally or do you just try to keep it US?
So we do ship internationally through our eBay store, and they make it so much easier. They have a eBay global shipping program. All the customs forms are all taken care of, and we just ship it to a hub in Kentucky, and they send it on from there. So that would be the preferred method if someone's international.
Okay, so here's my question. What if the grant recipient is international? Not to say that the grant recipient is. I'm just using it for my own knowledge.
If they are, we could set it up that they could check it on eBay basically for free, and then it would ship it to them from there. We'll make it happen.
I was like, this is so difficult. How do I decide? Yes.
We can ship international, but on renewedmax.com, we're not doing that right now.
Right. Okay. All right. Good to know. Okay. Well, if anyone has any more questions, make sure to watch the replay.
Put them in the comments. I'll be all over your questions.
Yes. Put them in the comments. If you're watching the replay, we'll both go back and take a look at those comments and reply back. Definitely. Brian, how can people find you? We know sellyourmac.com, but how can they find you on LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever channels that you use?
My LinkedIn handle is Brian Burke and the number 4. You know, if you're on the live feed, I'm sure you can click on my name on there. I'll make sure I plug myself a couple more times so people can easily find me. I have a blue bow tie on, so pretty similar outfit.
Can I say this? As someone that does personal branding, you rock this personal branding. Like you rock it. Rock it.
Always. It works. If people don't get it, I show up to an event, people are attracted to you because you have an interesting outfit on. It works.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take that and turn it into a fuchsia suit and just keep sporting that when I go in.
Absolutely. You'd be on fire, Tisha.
I know. I'm going to do it. I'm going to find. I have a pink jacket, but I think this like nice little pants.
No, you got to go full on.
Yeah, full on. I'm going to start.
With a touch of badass.
With a touch of badass and my Ray-Bans. Yes. Oh, yeah. Awesome.
The glasses. Good luck.
Yes, the glasses. So Barb has one more question, and I know we've got to go because Brian's got to get to his little girls and his wife, but let's see. So you have more than one business, renewedmac.com and sellyourmac.com, or is it just one?
It's the same parent company. Yeah, it's largely the same thing. It's just two sides of the same business. But I do own lots of businesses. I'm very passionate about a lot of things. I'm
Yes.
also a sommelier. I do wine events.
Oh
I have a
my
wine event this
gosh.
Saturday.
So funny. You're like, I'm an officiant. I make, food. I plate it.
I mean, Gary thinks I should be a chef. One of his questions is, what's your future after Cellular Mac at some point? Am I going to have a restaurant? Probably not right now, but maybe I can do some, international, chef cooking live. And I can do that. That'd be fun.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Hey, sky's the limit, right? That's what you got to
It
remember.
is. Don't think about one thing in your life. You can do more than one thing. They're side hobby businesses. They're not full time. It's just a fun thing I like to do.
Yes. Yeah. But it's what you're saying. Like it's tapping into your passion. And that's what we're sharing. If any of you are listening in, I mean, if you're a startup, a lot of you are going to take that passion and make it into a business right now. And that's what we want you to do. Like take the leap. I mean, that's a lot of the grant applications I'm getting is this was my hobby. This is what I love. And now I want to make it a business.
You don't have
That's
to quit
awesome.
if you have a job, you don't have to quit your company. I mean, you can do this on the side. Just hustle hard at night and the weekends. Like make it happen. No
Make it
excuses.
happen. No excuses. All right, Gary, he's food, shoes, all of these fun little comments he's got.
Gary is
Ryan.
hilarious. I love Gary.
Ryan's fancy. So Gary is going to be on my live stream tomorrow with Nate Flood of Hexalinks, who's also a sponsor of the Startup Business Grant. So make sure you check that out tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 Eastern, right on my LinkedIn profile as well. I'm doing a lot of these lives, so it's been
awesome.
fun.
Get it out there.
Yep. Well, I know, Brian, you have your family to tend to. So do I.
This was a lot of fun.
Thank you for being on with me on Tisha Talks Live at 4:45. This is a live stream I do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Make sure to tune in on the 15th. I am announcing the grant recipients. I'm probably going to do a little bit happy dancing. I'm probably going to bring my daughter in to sing something just because it's a big day. But yes, big giveaway. I'm so excited. Thank you again to all my sponsors. I've mentioned them throughout. You can find them also on the website at tishamarieNterprises.com/startups. And thank you. Thanks to everyone watching the live stream and also watching the replay. Brian and I will be checking all the information and commenting back. If you have any questions, make sure to connect with us with a personal message. Say, hey, I saw you on Tisha Talks. Brian, I'd love to connect. That's a surefire way to get Brian to connect back with you.
Send me a nice personalized message with the blue heart and you get my attention.
Blue heart. All right, there you go. All right, Brian, it was such a pleasure. I will catch up with you later, my friend. And have a great night.
Can't wait for your big giveaway, September 15th.
Yeah! Woo! Big giveaway. I'm turning 24.
I love it.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
See you later.